location at the famous MGM backlot for an exclusive behind-the-scenes interview with Rick Moranis and Dave Thomas, better known to their fans on SCTV as Bob and Doug McKenzie, the beer-guzzling Canadian good old boys.
Geez, it's hot in here, out here. It was cold and I'm taking this stuff off. It's never hot. I can't breathe in this smog. How's it going, eh? Oh, how's it going?
Rick and Dave glorified these traits in their first film, which they wrote, directed, and starred in, called Strange Brew. How strange is it? Here's how.
Yeah, we gotta start the movie, eh? He's growling.
Gee, I think he's bummed out.
Stick a pin in his bum, eh?
No way.
What are you on, Valium?
Maybe I ought to crank his tail, eh? That'll start him up.
Okay,
start up. Come on, eh?
Maybe we gotta call
Start
Martin
up,
Perkins, eh? Get Wild Kingdom here, eh? Hey, come on. Oh, geez, you getting mad, eh?
Yeah. Oh, geez, we better get going.
You do the theme, eh? Oh. Good day. Oh, do our new movie theme, eh?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, good day. I'm Bob McKenzie. This is my brother Doug.
How's it going, eh?
Welcome to our movie, eh? Okay,
The idea of
our
Bob
topic
and
is-
Doug actually evolved as SCTV's satiric response to Canadian broadcast rules, which called for 2 minutes of exclusively Canadian content for each half hour. What the government got from Rick and Dave is probably not the kind of positive image building they had in mind.
Well, it depends. I mean, Canada's a very large country, and there are parts of it which are close to the States. Like, we grew up in Toronto, which is right across the border from Buffalo, and we grew up watching Buffalo television and watching American movies and...
It's exactly the same as the U.S., except we don't have an army. That's the only difference. We're basically relying on the United States for protection.
Peace-loving.
We're not cowards, we're just not really committed.
We don't have a lot of money. We can't afford tanks. And...
Like other comedy teams, Belushi and Aykroyd, Cheech and Chong, they look on movies as the logical next step in working their way up to the big time. But their brand of humor got its start in Chicago's famed Second City troupe.
The theater company started... I shouldn't be answering this, Dave, because you started with Mike Nichols and David Steinberg and all those
And
people.
Elaine May and Alan Arkin. Al and I go way back to those early improv days. Those genuine comics, Alan Arkin, Elaine May, Mike Nichols, they were among the first company of this improvisational group called Second City that originated in the Second City, Chicago, about in the late 50s. And the thing kept going. It became like kind of a university for comedy. And we invited a truckload of them to come here today, and we're going to bring them down.
Elaine May and Mike Nichols, ladies and gentlemen.
In another one of their wacky duo bits, with Mike Nichols driving and Elaine made up in the back.
Actually, Rick and Dave thrive on the unexpected. They use it in their movie to good advantage. For instance, they drive a van to great lengths and depths.
What's going on? Will you stop this thing? Come on!
Brakes not working.
Try the parking brake, eh?
Thank God the parking brake never works.
I found a stuntman who was willing to drive a truck off the pier into water that was about 34 degrees Fahrenheit.
So he drove it at 55, 60 miles an hour up a 30-foot ramp, 150 feet out into the air and down into the water. It was 50 feet deep, and he had to equalize twice.
The van was hollowed out. He had oxygen in there, and he was an experienced stuntman, an experienced diver, and he did it. And I remember the day we did it. The whole crew moved to the dock and waited for him to come up, and he did, and everyone cheered. It was very dramatic. We shot that just back here in the saucer tank, and we were underwater for about 3 hours with cameras. That was a lot of fun.
We had the air hoses in between the seats, and so between takes you'd be groping for your air hose, hoping.
The dailies were really funny because you could see us starting to panic at the end of takes, looking for, because you can't see without goggles. But it was that was fun. We came up for reloading and stuff like. We didn't really get out of the water because we were actually in the van underneath the surface, so it was actually quicker.
It was a cold day, though, boy.
Well, you didn't wear a wetsuit.
I should have. I turned kind of gray.
All the buddies and all the divers were wearing wetsuits, and I put one on, and Dave went, no, I don't think I need it.
I put one on, and I was like a beached whale. I couldn't move.
I figured if the divers are wearing them, it might be wise to just imitate those who can do, you know?
No, I just I got it into my mind that I was Lloyd Bridges doing Sea Hunt, and you know, you start to act out those fantasies, and then at 5 o'clock when you're blue and the rest of the cast is normal color, you pay for your stupidity. So I paid there, I admit it.
Hey, did you ever notice that, like in movies, that when they're driving, like they don't look at the road, like for a long time? Gee, no, I never noticed that. Yeah, that's because they're being towed, eh? Really? By like a rig.
It wasn't our idea to direct it. It was our producer's idea.
So he said, you guys direct it. And we said, well, what do we know about directing? He said, you wrote the thing, you direct it. We said, yeah, okay. Figuring, you know, kind of Vegas style, that if you're going to roll the dice, you may as well blow it all at once. As a writer, as an actor, and as a director, get kicked out of town, and nobody will ever work with you again. So that's what we did. And we divided up the responsibilities on the basis of who could keep his head up. You know, in an 18-hour working day, when he couldn't keep his head up, I'd do it. When I couldn't keep my head up, he'd do it.
As I said, Woody had done it, and Warren had done it, and Charlie used to do it, and Buster, and...
What are you, Eddie Murphy, referring to Richie? Yeah, Woody had done it, and...
They'd all done it. Now, of course, Barbara has done it, and we thought, why not us? We figured, maybe we're half as good as those people, and there's two of us. Let's give it a shot.
Strange Brew is currently playing in theaters. Now that they've successfully completed their first movie, has Hollywood changed Bob and Doug? Well, sort of.
Good day, I'm Bob McKenzie. This is my brother Doug.
How's it going, eh?
You're watching the movie channel.
So, like, keep watching if you know it's good for you.
And, like, look for those little booms that come in at the top of the shot of the frame there, eh? Because when people shooting 185 movies, they're not shooting 133 for TV, and they go, oh, it's in TV, eh?
Oh, excuse me, where did you turn into a film
You see a little boom on the top. Anyway, enjoy the movies, eh?
Yeah, you just heard from Hoser Scorsese.
Look for more exclusive interviews every month, behind the scenes, only on the Movie Channel.